Land of the Morning Light Part 2 was just announced to be releasing September 12th, but what does it look like for Lifeskillers? Welcome back to the channel all about Lifeskilling. My name is Teddy, and we're going to be taking a look at the new Land of the Morning Light Part 2 Seoul Region that is coming out September 12th for Black Desert. If you enjoyed the content, be sure to leave a like, check out the channel, subscribe, turn on all those notifications, and without wasting any more time, let's just jump into this, shall we? To get a better understanding of what's coming out in the Land of the Morning Light Part 2, jumping over here to the Korean patch notes, we can see what's coming out and what to expect as a Lifeskiller for the new Seoul region. First, we have the main storyline that will continue. You have to have a level 56 character and have completed the emoji quest line that can be accepted by opening up your quest log, hitting main, and choosing the emoji quest line. Once you get done that, you can now start the new Land of the Morning Light Seoul main story quest. Just like the Land of the Morning Light Part 1, we have new books that we have to complete. These are going to be our new little storylines that'll introduce the new 5-man boss rush. 4 new world bosses are being added with their locations here on the maps. Not only do they appear in certain locations, but much like the other world bosses, they do have a certain time they will appear in. Here's a little mock-up scheduling that they will have. These bosses will include Asadal necklaces, the primal decisions, which is required to make the new sovereign weapons, refinement stones, and other loot like gold, Kaffir bundles, Valk's advice. The same thing goes for all of the bosses. They will have one accessory and certain materials. One more thing to keep in mind, the 10 adventurers with the highest contribution from each server will have a low probability of obtaining the new flame needed to make the new sovereign weapons, which goes into the new sovereign weapon. We all know about the primal flame and the Twighlite jewel. Both of these are required to make the new sovereign weapon. The first method is going to be combining 2 pen black stars. The second method is going to be combining 1 pen black star with the primal flame. And method 3, which is hinted to be the most costly, is combining 1 pen black star with 1 pen boss weapon that's Kaffir stage 20 and the Twighlite gem. All the items required to make the new sovereign weapons can be obtained out there in the new Seoul region by completing the 5-man boss rush. Once all the materials are obtained and you're ready to craft your sovereign, there will be a location on the map to show you where to go, and you will be looking for the new Phoenix statue. When crafting, they have a new animation and a new UI to show you which method you're using and the process. In order to enhance any of the sovereign weapons, you will need the new Blackstone, the new Primal Decision, and these can all be obtained by, you guessed it, completing that 5-man boss rush. As you can see, one of the big selling points of the sovereign weapon is obviously that glow. I mean, look at that. I love that golden glow. It's different than the purple and the red that we originally had, and I think I might just go solely for the glow on my Dosa and not do the shy. I'm not sure yet. And with these new sovereign weapons, even if you're wearing a costume, the glow will still shine through. Now with the new sovereign weapons, their glow is affected by their enhancement level. 0 all the way up to Tet will have a minor glow. The next 3 enhancement levels are going to have even more flames, and the last 3 enhancement levels will have the highest flame effects going on the sovereign weapons. Now, unfortunately, when it comes to the shy, trying to make your sovereign weapons, you will need to have your Sunset Artina Soul. This will require 33 billion worth of Kaffir stones, but once you get it, you will need the new crystal, which will require you to have 1 primal flame, 20 magic fragments, and 50 sharps. Unfortunately, you can only apply the sovereign onto your Sunset Artina Soul. Using a base one will not work, but it's all not doom and gloom when it comes to the shy. We do have a way to reforge our Artina Soul after we have our primal Artina Soul. I do apologize about the translation issue. We can get different stones to apply different effects onto Artina Soul. Now, this does apply to all the sovereign weapons, so fear not, it's not just the shy that gets to have fun with this. This all can be done in the Reform UI, just like with any of the hearts. Now, unlike the hearts, we are able to apply up to 5 effects onto 1 sovereign weapon. And keep in mind, the stones used for the effects cannot be pulled out, but You can replace the effect by replacing the stones, so make sure you choose wisely to avoid any extra grinding or any extra buying from the central market. I'm not sure if these can even be listed, but keep that in mind. Now, like I mentioned, with the new bosses comes the new accessories. These accessories are different with adding new protection skills, making it a perfect accessory for someone like, say, a Shy. When applying the necklace, it will restore 10 vitality on base, and each level of enhancement will increase the attack level and how much vitality it does restore when using the skill. As for the belt increases your Black Spirit rate. At base, you have a recovery of 10%, attack power of 2, and maximum carry weight plus 80. This will be all around, with each enhancement level increasing your attack and how much Black Spirit Rage is recovered. Now we have the new palace management. I can't tell what any of this says, but everything will be labeled so that you can easily navigate around the palace. So after all the questing, we have the new manor that can be rented for 5 contribution. This looks like it's going to be the same size as the other manor that we have, only having a more furnished outside than the other one. I won't lie, it does look nice, and I might have to switch my manor to it, but I'm not sure. Let me know how you guys feel. In order to unlock this, you will have to complete the whole storyline for the new region. It will cost 1 million silver per day. Obviously, there is a discount for renting for a whole year. The contract is still the same, with needing 28.5 mil per month just to rent the manor. Now the moment we've all been waiting for. As a life skiller, nodes, gathering, and the new palace management is something that I've been looking forward to. We have new nodes that we can rent for 1 contribution each. Cultivation nodes, logging, excavation, mining, collecting, more logging, excavation, logging, mining, logging, mining. There's a lot of mining. This might be a saving grace for Land of the Morning Light Part 1 with not having a lot of mining and the logging. Here are some of the items that we can go out there and gather. These names are not accurate to the names that they will be on the NA server. These are just the translated Korean, and a lot of these don't seem right. Looking around, a lot of these places will look nice to gather, but unfortunately, those who are looking for the palace management, that is not coming with the new expansion. Unfortunately, when Korea got Land of the Morning Light Part 2, it did not come with the palace management, so there's nothing really I can show you, and they don't even have this yet, so we're not really getting anything when it comes to life skilling other than being able to go out, gather, and have our workers being placed on nodes. There's a new little feature coming to the new region. When out exploring, you have a chance of finding a villager or a goblin that'll tell you a story. Upon telling you a story, they will drop a chest. This chest will award either mysterious health soup, mysterious rice cake soup, and mysterious mushroom chicken soup. I'm not exactly sure what bonuses these will give, if they can be sold, or anything of the such. If you guys know, let me know down in the comments below. Now, unfortunately, there's really nothing else coming with the new Land of the Morning Light Part 2 Seoul Region. If you guys like doing the PvP and doing the 5-man type of content, if you don't mind the new world bosses that are probably reskinned from the original Black Shrine, then, I mean, this expansion is going to be great for you. When it comes to the sovereign weapons and the requirements needed to make them, I don't really think I'm going to bother with it. I'm not sure. We're going to have to discuss that later on when the expansion finally does come out, but I don't think I'll be using my Shy with the requirements needed to get the Artina Soul into the Sovereign. It's just not really worth it in my opinion. But let me know how you guys feel about this. If you guys are excited about the new expansion, I don't know how I feel about it. It's kind of lacking a lot of things that really had the original Land of the Morning Light magic, but hey, I could be wrong. The game's still here, we're still having fun, there's nothing wrong with life skillings, and as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Keep gathering out there, everyone.